They didn't just scream our names inside that haunted house. They whispered things no one else could have known, things we never said out loud. It was Halloween night last year when my friends and I decided to check out a new haunted attraction on the edge of town. It had popped up seemingly overnight in an abandoned factory lot, a place we used to dare each other to explore when we were kids. The sign out front said "The Hollow House, where your fears come alive." We laughed when we saw that. Come alive felt corny at the time. There were 5 of us: me, Eric, Jenna, Marissa, and Liam. We were in our 20s, bored, nostalgic for the thrill of scaring ourselves. The line was long, winding around flickering jack-o'-lanterns and fog machines. They are thick with the smell of burnt pumpkin and damp earth. The building itself looked wrong. Not in a way I could describe, just off, like it didn't belong there. Its windows were dark. But sometimes, I could have sworn I saw faint movement behind them, like something pacing. When it was finally our turn, the worker at the front, a woman dressed as a corpse bride, handed us small numbered cards. "Stay together," she said, smiling a little too wide. "The house remembers faces." Eric laughed, creepy branding, but when she didn't laugh back, his smile faltered. Inside, the air felt stale, heavy, almost humid. The entrance hall was lined with mirrors that distorted our reflections, stretching, twisting, sometimes showing faces that didn't belong to us. I thought it was just clever projection mapping. Until Jenna stopped in front of one mirror and whispered, "Guys, that one's crying." Her reflection had tears running down its face, even though Jenna wasn't crying. When she wiped her eyes, the reflection smiled. We hurried on. The first few rooms were standard haunted house stuff: actors jumping out, strobe lights, sound effects, but something was off. Every so often, one of the actors would call out one of our names. At first, we assumed it was printed on the cards they gave us. But then one whispered, right behind Marissa's ear, "How's your dad's heart?" Marissa, she froze. Her dad had just been hospitalized the week before. She hadn't told anyone outside our friend group. Eric tried to play it off. "They probably looked you up online or something." But then another voice, a low, masculine growl from the next room, said, "Still stealing from work, Eric." He went pale. We pushed forward, faster now. Every room grew darker, colder. The walls seemed to breathe faintly, expanding and contracting like lungs. The lights would flicker, and the actors' masks looked wet, like skin rather than plastic. We came to a corridor lined with doors. Above them was a flickering sign that read, "Enter what you fear most." Each door had one of our names carved into it. Not written, carved. I stared at mine. The letters were jagged, uneven, like they'd been scratched in a hurry. My hand trembled as I reached for the knob. Behind me, Marissa whispered, "I don't want to do this." Liam muttered, "It's just part of the show. Let's get it over with." We each stepped into our doors. My room was pitch black except for a faint light at the far end. The walls were covered in something soft like fabric, or flesh. As I walked, the floor squished slightly under my shoes. I told myself it was a sound effect, part of the attraction. Then, I heard it. A whisper, close, intimate. "You left her that night, didn't you? You heard her crying and you left." I froze. My chest went cold. It was talking about my sister years ago, when we were kids. I'd left her alone in the woods after a stupid argument. She'd broken her arm trying to find her way back. I'd never told anyone. The whisper came again, softer this time. "She never forgave you." I turned to leave, but the door was gone. The walls pulsed faintly, like veins beneath skin. Something brushed my shoulder. I spun around and saw a shadow, shaped like me, staring back. It smiled. Then it whispered, "I forgive you." The next thing I remember, I was running through corridors that seemed to change with every step. I slammed into Eric, who was screaming at something I couldn't see. Jenna's voice echoed somewhere nearby, crying for help. We finally found each other in a small, candlelit room with one exit. The exit sign glowed red, but when Liam tried to open the door, it burned his hand. The candles flickered higher, casting long shadows on the walls, shadows that didn't match our movements. Then the house spoke. At first, It was a chorus of whispers. Then, one unified voice, deep and hollow, rising from the walls, the floor, the air itself. "We know you." The candles went out. Something brushed past my neck, cold, wet, and human. We didn't wait. We bolted, following the faint glow of the exit sign, bursting through what felt like fabric instead of a door. Outside, we stumbled into the parking lot, gasping for air. The woman at the front was gone. The lights in the building had gone dark. When we looked down, our numbered cards were gone too. In their place, our palms were marked, each of us with small, carved letters, our names. We didn't talk much after that night. Marissa moved away. Eric stopped answering calls. 2 weeks later, I drove past that same lot on my way to work. The building was gone, just an empty patch of dirt where it used to stand. But sometimes, when I'm half asleep, I hear it again, soft, just behind my ear. The house remembers faces.